There's been a big kidnapping on the West Coast. The victim is Patty Hearst, the daughter of newspaper executive Randolph Hearst and a granddaughter of the legendary William Randolph Hearst.
Miss Hearst, newspaper heiress and daughter of Randolph Hearst, managing editor of the San Francisco Examiner, is a University of California sophomore. She screamed when the men burst in and started beating her fiancé, 26-year-old Stephen Weed. The young heiress was forced into the trunk of a white car. Her abductors, armed with pistols and a rifle, fired a hail of bullets as they sped away, followed by a second vehicle. Police say the whole thing was carried out with commando-like precision.
They said absolutely nothing. They were very militaristic. They had it so well planned that they needed to say almost nothing to each other.
Mom, Dad, I'm okay. I'm with a combat unit that's armed with automatic weapons. And these people aren't just a bunch of nuts. They've been really honest with me that they're perfectly willing to die for what they're doing. And I want to get out of here, but the only way I'm going to is if we do it their way. And I just hope that you'll do what they say, Dad, and just do it quickly. And I mean, I hope that this puts you a little bit at ease, so that you know that I really am all right. I just hope I can get back to everybody really soon.
Greetings to the people and fellow comrade brothers and sisters. My name is Sin Q, and to my comrades I am known as Sin. I hold the rank of General Field Marshal in the United Federated Forces of the Symbionese Liberation Army. The SLA has arrested the subject for the crimes that her mother and father have by their actions committed against we the American people and the oppressed people of the world.
I am being held as a prisoner of war and not as anything else. I mean, and I'm being treated in accordance with international codes of war. And so, I mean, Dad, you shouldn't listen or believe what anybody else says about the way I'm being treated. This is the way that I am being treated. And I'm not left alone, and I'm not just shoved off. So, I mean, I am fine. Also, since I am an example, and it's really important that everybody understand that, you know, I am an example and a warning. And because of this, it's very important to the SLA that I return safely. And so people should stop acting like I'm dead, and Mom should get out of her black dress. That doesn't help at all. And let's take care of Steve and just hurry. Bye.
Until she walks in the door and tells them personally that she's a member of the SLA, common sense dictates that you have to accept that she is still being held prisoner by the SLA. If she is not, there's no reason in the world why she cannot come and make this statement in person and walk back out the door as her parents said she could.
We spoke to a lot of people who had become familiar with this phenomenon, the so-called Stockholm syndrome, in which people get kidnapped and identify with their kidnappers.
The thesis of the Stockholm syndrome is that every day your captor lets you live, you more closely identify with that captor, up until even sexual attraction. And to me, she was a classic Stockholm syndrome case.
As for my ex-fiancé, the fact is, I don't care if I ever see him again. During the last few months, Stephen has shown himself to be a sexist, ageist pig.
I'm not in any particular right frame of mind, perhaps, to be talking now. I just finished listening to the tape a few minutes ago. But it seemed important to me to say some things that I'm feeling right now and not think about them too much and screw it up. The SLA has said that they are the instrument of the people, and yet the will of the people has certainly been, at least lately, that, and the will of the two captured soldiers has been to give Patty her freedom. I'm reconciled to the idea that Patty must have matured a great deal in the past 2 months. I just want to tell Patty that I love her as much as ever, and I think she knows that I can accept whatever she has chosen, and even though it may be hard for me, I can accept it.
The Hibernia Bank Sunset Branch was held up at gunpoint this morning at 9:40. $10,960 was taken in cash. Witnesses state 5 of the bank robbers entered the bank while 4 remained outside. All made a getaway in 2 automobiles after firing several shots from automatic weapons. In addition, Patricia Campbell Hearst has been named in a federal warrant charging her with being a material witness to the bank robbery.
At this point, we are simply saying we want to talk to Patricia Hearst.
At 2:25 p.m., less than 30 minutes ago, we arrested Patty Hearst at 625 Morse in the Outer Mission District. We did observe 2 people who looked like they could be Bill and Emily Harris, and as a result, the arrest was made.
That's her.
Well, this is quite a difference from last time, and thank you all. And I'm really happy to be going home. And I want to thank my parents and my sisters and Bernie and George too and all of the people on the committee to release me. And this is what we worked so hard to get. There it is.
Turn it over, signed by Jimmy.
The commutation.
Now, my next guest went from kidnapped victim to terrorist. She was once the most wanted woman in America. Take a seat. It is truly remarkable to meet you because you are a part of all our history. It's something that it intrigues everybody. Just to get an idea of why the kidnap happened, I mean, you were the granddaughter of William Randolph Hearst. Your family were supremely rich. What was your childhood like? What was life like living like that?
Well, it was great. I mean, it was, I think it was really pretty perfect.